Hello, everybody, and welcome to Signals from the Frontline, your every Wednesday live cast brought to you by Frontline Gaming. My words are not coming out right. We are your hosts, Kicker, the serial enthusiast, and FLG insider, and I'm world leader Dickie, your not so competitive correspondent. How you doing, Kicker?
I'm doing great, Dickie. Seth is not with us tonight. Seth, my normal co-host. We
Yeah.
have the wonderful Tech Priest Dickie in World Eater format. Guys, if you are listening to our podcast, consider watching us live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you get to see the World Eater himself, Dickie,
Ooh.
and see the beautiful photos we share along the way.
Yeah.
Plus, our chat is super engaging and helps form the state of 40K and competitive tabletop as we know it by giving us wonderful feedback during the show. Dude,
Ooh.
I do miss Seth, but I'm honored to have a legit world leader here by my side.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be my heyday soon. So yeah, I'm gonna get it in while I'm
It,
here.
they world leaders are coming.
They're coming.
I do have to brag a little bit, man. I know you're a world leader fanatic,
Yeah, yeah.
but I have been playing a lot of guard, and I played guard this past weekend using the Tempest desk. Have you ever played that? The Tempest card. Have you ever played that?
I've
You know,
heard
with the
about them.
cards.
I've heard about
Yeah,
them.
somebody at SoCal thought that, hey, for 40, frontline gaming friendly events. So we always have competitive events, but at SoCal, LVO, some of the others, we have a 40K friendly tournament as well.
Hmm.
And they're like, instead of just doing your normal missions, why not use this card deck here? And I had never considered that, never even played the damn thing.
Hmm.
And I played this weekend using this Tempest deck, and dude, it was so much fun.
Was it
Like
good?
it was. Oh shit, man! It was awesome. Like
That's
it
awesome.
was so quick to get playing, and yes, there was a little bit more I guess randomness
Yeah.
involved, but damn, did I have a good time. I really, really recommend everyone go and try that.
Yeah. You know
And I
what?
think we
It's Dustin and a lot of the Thursday show guys. They say the best way to play 40K is
yeah,
with the deck of cards. It's
yeah,
just so engaging. They said so. I got to try it
yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah, man. It is a shit ton of fun,
Nice.
and I don't know, just highly recommended. And I got to also talk about not just playing, but also working on the hobby stuff here. I don't know if we can show this photo yet. There we go. That is 30 guardsmen right now on my painting desk. I am batch painting these 30 guardsmen. I decided to completely redo my infantry
Wow.
from the old guard to the new guard.
They look good.
And yeah, man, I mean, I'm enjoying the painting process, but at the same time, painting 30 of anything is a little boring. But I figured this would be the fastest way I can have all of my infantry
I
tabletop
see
ready.
those
So
knee pads in full effect there.
yeah, the knee pads in full effect. Yeah, I'm going. You know what? I've seen people actually shave off the knee pads,
Yeah.
and that is
Shit.
impressive. But
Actually
yeah,
shave them off. Wow.
yeah, I'm
Feels
just
like a lot
there's
of
just
work.
no. Yeah, too much work, and I could have painted them the same color as the pants, I guess, to try and make them a little bit more subdued. But I'm just going with it, man. I'm just embracing the knee pads.
So what are
It's
the
good.
pads going to be the same color as their shoulder pads
Yeah,
or?
yeah. So all my armor, whether it's on a tank or on a human being in my guard army, is Xandri dust, basically, with some shading and highlighting and whatnot. So yeah, knee pads are the same color as the shoulder guards and the helmets. All this, I go with like a desert vibe to my stuff, at least my imperial stuff. So yeah, what about you, dude? What have you been up to, Dickie?
Okay, I have a confession to make.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I haven't been doing any hobbying at all. I've been playing Darktide.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the image of Darktide
Yeah.
on camera right now. Darktide, man. Okay, give me the TLDR. This is a first person shooter or a third person? Like what? I have not played. I don't
It's
know
a
anything about it.
first-person shooter. It's very kind of go in kind of mission with four of your bros. You can be an ogre, obviously. You can be.
Yeah.
This game would be right up
Okay,
your alley.
who are you? Because if you can pick your like avatar, your character, who are
Yeah,
you
you
running?
can like you can cut like I spent I don't know how many hours like customizing my person. I'm a thunderhammer wielding preacher of some
Oh,
type.
that seems accurate. I mean,
Yeah,
I imagine you at home,
with the
sitting
thunderhammer.
down watching
Yeah,
TV with a thunderhammer by your
yeah,
side. Yeah, no, totally.
yeah.
Yeah, great.
But I mean, this game would be right up your alley. I don't know if you're a video game guy, but you can be a guard, a guy,
Oh, I love it.
and shooting. And actually, the las rifle is amazing. It's a really good weapon. So yeah,
That's not accurate.
I was
That's
like,
not
hey, was
accurate.
this gonna be like a flashlight? But no, this thing's awesome. It's like it's killing people. So I was like, oh man, wow, look at this.
And you're playing against cultists, like Gene Stealer cultists or Chaos cultists. Like it's always a cultist. Who are you killing in this game?
Okay, yeah, you're killing chaos cultists and chaos ogres and like
Okay.
beasts of Nurgle and
Oh, cool.
like lots of cool stuff. Yeah, it's a great game. The atmosphere is really awesome as well. So if you haven't tried it, please grab it. It's really good.
Yeah, so I used to play a lot of video games, man. Like I played more Call of Duty than I should probably admit. I played a lot of Halo, like those were my jam, man. But
Yeah.
when I got really into 40K, like really like back in grad school, and I really started focusing on 40K, I'm like, I can only have
Yeah, you can only
one
one vice. I'm a one
yeah,
vice kind of
one
guy.
because
Yeah.
I go all in, man. I'm all in. So I have not played. I'm a recovering video gamer. Like
Yeah.
8 years now. 9 years.
Yeah, so Chess reminding me, yeah, so Grim After Dark next, I hope next, if we can get it to work, but next show, we're just gonna do a stream where we just play the game. And
Are you serious?
yeah,
I
that's
love
what
it.
we're gonna do. So
I love it.
it's gonna be super awesome. So yeah, I hope
Cool.
everyone tunes in for that.
And Dickie, don't feel too ashamed. I know that a lot of guys at the
Yeah,
office, at the Frontline Gaming office,
yeah,
as well as a lot of my colleagues on the FLGN,
it's really good.
have been playing a ton of
It's a really
Darktide.
good game.
So it's
Yeah.
got to be hot. Well, speaking about Darktide, which is the new video game, let's talk about some new products, dude. Berserkers, they're coming. This is you.
Oh,
I'm not even going to talk about this. This is
oh my
your
God!
realm. You
Wait,
take it
wait.
away. Go.
There's so many buttons I have to push. Wait.
Uh,
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right there for those listening, you can
Yeah.
be seeing these beautiful minis right now on air. Dickie, what are your thoughts?
I kind of love them. Uh, uh, I like the bare arms. I like that there's like gladiator shoulder pads. I like that there's an eviscerator and a two-handed axe. I love all these things. I think I'll go scroll up here. I like that there's a whole bunch of heads.
Yeah.
There's uncrested and crested, which is awesome for those people that for some reason like to have their Marines without helmets. Personally, if you're not wearing your helmet, you're doing it wrong, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
But
Uh,
GW's been really respecting everyone's strong
yeah,
opinions on the topic. And so almost all the newer kits give you this option of bare head or helmeted head, which
yeah.
is, you
GW
know,
is not going to tell you you're wrong, but I am. Put a helmet on that berserker because he's gonna be running into bullets. Yeah, man, I'm super stoked. I'm gonna get a lot of these kits, and it looks like it's gonna be a kit of 10, which is
yeah.
awesome. So, yeah, I'm looking to get a lot of these guys and run them at the board. Yeah,
So I can't speak on this topic, so I'm going to ask you,
yeah, yeah.
do you know of a tentative date of release?
I
You can
so
share because I can't share, but what you think? Like, and
okay. I think we're probably gonna see them early January. If
okay.
if if it was my guess, does that mean they're gonna be available for LVO? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And
Uh,
in your terminology, I believe what you use in the green room, do you think it's going to be a FOMO box a
mm.
launch, or do you think we're going to get the full launch all at once?
It's an interesting conversation because FOMO boxes have been used in the last what two,
Yeah,
three releases,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I think they probably make money for GW, I would imagine.
yeah.
So we could probably see a FOMO box. I'm fingers crossed for the love of everything corn, please. In late December, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah.
Regardless, they're coming. It's coming soon. And man, oh man, I don't even know if I'll be able to stream LVO. I'm so excited about these guys. So yeah.
Well, Dickie, I've been getting a lot of people messaging me, asking me to try and verify some things.
Mm.
I don't feel comfortable talking about them, but maybe you can share some of the rules leaks that you might have
Oh,
seen
you
on the
mean these
internet
rule
already.
links?
Those,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. These are not leaks that are from Frontline Gaming or
no.
from signals from Frontline. These are already online on the
Yeah, yeah,
internet. So we're curious to see what you think, Dickie, and also like
yeah.
any highlights you want to share that you've discovered.
Yeah, so this is from Blood of Kittens. If you've never been on his website, please go. He's like
And
been
it's
around for eons.
It is an esteemed
Yeah.
source
If you
of
need leaks, this is your guy
guilty
for leaks.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he so he has a compilation of World Eater leaks. I go here maybe every hour. I don't know. But so I think the big thing I think most people have seen the points values. We don't know if that's 100% accurate, so I'm just gonna move by that. But
Yeah.
I really wanted to take some time and look at Angron or Angry Ron, whatever you want to say.
Let's go with Angry Ron. I love it.
I think the first thing to note is he moves 16 inches.
That's a lot of movement.
He's a fast boy. He's a very fast boy.
Does he? Does he have wings still? Is this pre-wings, post-wings? Where,
Oh,
I mean, I know at one point he has wings.
he's got wings. He's got
He's
the
got wings. Okay.
most jacked wings you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, so we saw the mini. Yeah, we saw the
Yeah,
mini
we
already.
saw
Yeah.
he has wings. So he does move fast. So he degrades quite substantially from 16 to 12 to 8. So he's
Oof.
in line with the other Primarchs with regards to their movement, especially not Mortarion because he only moves 12, but Magnus moves 16 as well.
Yeah.
But obviously Angron wants to get up and dirty.
Yeah. That's his thing.
He is base strength 9.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Don't
Uh,
like that at all.
18 wounds. Okay. T7. Let's move past it. Let's not talk about that. Uh,
T7.
he's
Weakling.
got 12 attacks base.
Okay. Impressive.
And world eaters typically get +1 attack on the charge. Typically. That's been
Typically.
a tried and tested world eater thing for I don't know how long. So he's going to have 13 attacks on the charge.
Yeah,
Kicker.
that's
My
pretty brutal.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
Things are dying.
And
Things
you
are
know
dying.
he's hitting on twos, right? He's probably wounding most things on
He
twos.
doesn't degrade his weapon skills, so he hits on twos
Of course.
regardless. One wound
Yeah.
left, hitting on twos. Um,
Jeez.
so I think the next thing we can look at, yeah, okay, chat, slow down, slow down.
Chat. Yeah, there's only a few of us today, so we don't have the whole crew.
So he's got a sweep, and he gets 3 attacks for 1 kicker.
Yeah.
He's got
3 for 1.
39 attacks.
That's insane. Absolutely insane. We do not need that.
We need
we
that.
do not
How
need
many
that.
guard can he kill?
Yeah.
All 39 is the answer. He
This
also
is
has
ridiculous.
a smash profile, so it's strength 14, maybe 15, depending on if he gets 1 extra strength. D3 plus 3 damage. So man, oh man, I'm so excited for that. And the great news is he's got a 2-up save. So that
Oh, yeah.
means las guns and bolters aren't gonna chunk him down. It's gonna have
Yeah,
to be
so
some big beefy shots that are gonna take him out. So that's pretty awesome.
yeah, geez. I am terrified to fight that guy.
Yep.
We've also seen, some rules leaks for generic. I don't hate to use the word generic, but
Generic.
the good guy Space Marines.
Right.
You guys can go online and kind of search for those yourself, but they look interesting, to say the least. But let's talk about something that's really exciting: is the Black Library, the opportunity to be a Black Library author. This was
Yeah.
announced this week. Yeah, Dickie, you could go write for the Black Library. Like,
Oh,
that
that's a
could,
bad
yeah.
idea. But I'm all for people doing that.
Okay.
My
Well,
grasp on English isn't.
I mean,
Boom.
the more Black Library, the better for me. I listen to, I'm constant when I'm running or driving any significant distance. I am listening to a Black Library book when I'm painting.
Yep.
So I want more authors in there just so I can get more content, because I am literally starting to run out of books. I'm starting to re-listen to some of the Gaunt's Ghost stuff
I am
now.
all for bolter porn. I could just
Yeah.
I could watch and listen to it all the time. I'm just like
So
you. Yeah.
It's a very important part of this hobby. So we'd love to see more authors out there. The way you do this is you go through the Warhammer community page. You can see the nice little link the little description. But basically, it's a 500 word article you're going to write on a specific topic they gave. I can't remember the topic.
Yeah.
And but they are looking for basically authors to start writing about Space Marine factions, I guess, specific factions. So
yeah,
that's a chance. Yeah. Hey, and this weekend was the Black Library, I guess, preview, right? Tons of new books.
They may have oversold it. I don't know.
Yeah.
They used
Okay.
Blockbuster in the
Yeah.
thing. I don't know if it was Blockbuster, but
Yeah.
it was definitely good. It's pretty cool that they announced the giant end book for the Horus Heresy Siege of Terra.
Yeah.
So I have not got into the Siege yet. I'm still digging my way
Really?
through the 60 billion books that there is in the Horus Heresy.
I'm kind of disappointed in you. I figured
Oh.
you would have jumped on that already.
Yeah, you and everyone else is disappointed with me about this. It's on the list. I'm sure I'm gonna get to it. But yeah, the Dan Abnett talked about it. He said it took him 2 years to write the
Jeez.
end book. So it's gonna be like Lord of the Rings, but with bolters. I'm sure it's gonna
And I know everyone has their own favorite author from the Black Library, but Dan Abnett, he's my MVP. He's my favorite.
I don't know if anyone doesn't like Dan Abnett. He's like the Dan Abnett is like the go-to, and then all the other ones become like, oh, this guy, he was all right, but he's no Dan Abnett, right?
He's no Dan Abnett.
Yeah.
Well, but at least there are some books. I agree that the preview was a little a little over exaggerated, but that's
Yeah.
okay. There's some books, there's some special editions. The point is there's more books, which is good. More books is always a good thing.
Oh, and there's a model. They did announce a
There
model.
is
Where
a
was it?
model, and I mean they do make models. That's their primary focus, so it is nice to have a
He's
single
pretty.
model. He's pretty.
If
Yeah.
you're into this kind of stuff, he's good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so many other characters from existing books that they should be releasing models for, but whatever. That's fine. That's cool.
Whatever
Let's do it.
floats your boat. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
check.
Right. Hey, let's talk about some events coming up, guys. Whoa, Nelly. The Rocky Mountain Open went live on Friday, last Friday. That was 5 days ago. And in those 5 days, we are now over 50% sold out for this event. This is the event in Denver, Colorado in March of
Hot dog.
2023. 40K champs, Age of Sigmar champs, and Star Wars Legion, over 50% sold out. So this is really, really exciting in just 5 days. So if you are thinking about going to this event, please get your tickets, because when it sells out, we have no opportunity to add tickets to this event. It's a smaller venue than we normally have, just because it's a new year for us. I mean, new event for us, new location, whatnot. So,
Yeah. I have a silly
we'd love to
question
see there.
about Denver.
Yeah, Denver,
So,
dude, it's so close to the airport, and the airport is an amazing airport. It's generally one of the cheaper airports in the U.S. to fly to,
oh,
so super convenient. Yeah,
that's very important these days, actually.
yeah.
Uh,
And we chose the venue so that you don't actually have to go through the crazy traffic that Denver's known for. So the venue is closer to the airport than it is to, like, say, downtown. So you can kind of totally circumvent all the terrible traffic that I was personally afraid of.
oh.
But yeah,
So my thought was, do you get there a couple days early to acclimate to? Is
to the
is that the
altitude.
thing? Like, is this like an athletic event? Do you have to do that? Do you think?
all,
Or
all the regional Denver teams. I think there's like the Denver 40K Fight Club, and then there's
yeah,
the,
you
the,
got
the
Art of War
mountain
going there
trolls
a
there.
week early to acclimate or something.
No,
Like,
they're all kicking ass because they're ready. They're acclimatized. They are ready to take everyone else down. Yeah, no,
that's
good
awesome.
point. I think that is something. If you are seriously interested in trying to win the Rocky Mountain Open, you may want to get there early just to acclimatize to the Mile High City. After Denver, we have
Uh-huh.
I have some news about Cherokee, guys. Cherokee, we're going to be doing the whole eating in the halls thing. We announced it on the community page earlier. This is a big deal for us. We've never done this at a Frontline Gaming event before. After you roll dice on Friday and Saturday, there's going to be family dinner in the hall. And our Cherokee event in 2022 got the highest I guess, ranking for our food at all of our events.
Wow,
People absolutely love the Cherokee food,
nice.
and it's legit. Like, it's good quality food, far more affordable than any other place we've ever done. And the it's all like fresh made for us. So we decided, what? Let's not just do lunch and dinner in the hall. Like, I mean, lunch and breakfast in the hall. Like, let's go all out, and that way you don't have to go with your team after the event and like try to like get a reservation for 20 guys, or have to go off site and rent
Yeah.
cars, or get an Uber or something. You can just stay in the hall with your crew and eat damn good food. So
All
Friday night will be Southern barbecue with all the sides, and Saturday is tacos, because everyone likes tacos.
right.
So yeah.
Barbecue is an interesting one in the States. You guys take your barbecue very seriously.
Oh yeah, and it's super regionalized, right? I mean, if
Yeah.
you're in chat, guys, tell us where you're from and what's your favorite barbecue. I'm in Louisiana, so we don't really have barbecue like Texans do, or even the Alabama and Mississippi folk.
Yeah.
We do a lot of Cajun stuff, which has kind of got like elements of smoking. But realistically, though, you go to Texas, that barbecue is totally different than North Carolina. And guys, Cherokee is in North Carolina, so they have a pretty strong,
Yeah. Okay.
I guess, opinion when it comes to their barbecue.
All right. Well, eat up.
Eat up, eat up, eat up. Oh, do you have barbecue? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but we just take
Sticky.
all the stuff from your country and just like throw it into.
You don't have like a Canadian take on barbecue?
No, we
No.
not really. We have poutine.
Poutine.
That's our food. And there's
All
no
right.
like specific Canadian thing
Well, I am curious though. Like, your sauce, do you have like a mustardy, vinegary based sauce, or like a tomato sweet sauce kind of thing?
for barbecue or for
Yeah, for
for
barbecue sauce.
we
For poutine, I guess too, right?
like I said, we kind of just take everything that you guys have
Oh,
and
geez.
just like turn it into Canadian. Like we add maple syrup to it on the way through, and then bam, Canadian.
We go with the super sweet maple
Yeah.
syrup variety of sauce. Yeah. Well. So if you guys are not already members of the Frontline Gaming community group on Facebook, you should be, because we put a poll out about 2 months ago asking what is your favorite type of food, and the results from that poll is why we have barbecue on Friday and tacos on Saturday, because those were the most voted for items. We didn't tell people it was specifically for Cherokee. It's kind of just a wide, ranging
Why
audience we're
specifically
trying to
those
reach out to.
days?
So Friday we're gonna have everyone. Well, Friday and Saturday are the busiest days.
Oh,
Sunday,
okay.
a lot of people will go home early because they're not
Yeah,
gonna be the finals.
that totally makes
So yeah,
sense. Yeah.
and even Age of Sigmar on Sunday, it's only 2 rounds, so
Yeah.
so yeah,
All right.
so
Fair enough.
that's fine. But you know what? We will still there's still going to be food for lunch and breakfast in the hall, and we can probably get them to stay later on Sunday. And
Oh,
moonshine. We're bringing back moonshine. A lot of people love the regional specialty that is moonshine, so we're bringing that back.
oh,
And one last thing, guys, Las Vegas Open, we have a lot of people asking us a lot of questions. And so this Saturday, would you like to know more about the LVO? Because this Saturday, we have a formal post going live by the judges that will, finally state what is going to be the missions for the 40K champs, along with some more updates. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about the Astra Militarum and how
ooh,
they will be involved at the LVO. I know in chat some people are already asking. People are, message me what is going on with Astra Militarum at LVO, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let the judges tell you because that is
that's
literally their
probably the
job.
better way to do it officially.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
would,
yeah.
what are the questions like that they're asking? Do you think that like where's the
So
pack? What
people,
are the
and
missions?
if you're in chat, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment, but a lot of people, at least the questions that have been sent to me already, are: is the Dorn going to be allowed, or is Lord Solar specifically going to be allowed?
Right.
I'm getting a lot of that, and also, like, are
Terrain.
we going to allow the data slate or not? Like, is that part of it? Are
Right.
we letting the new codex or not? Just the codex
Uh,
as a whole. So, there's a lot of controversy. Everyone that plays guard has already got the as we called it earlier, the FOMO box has already got the everyone that plays guard probably has a codex because that box set is a really good deal and everyone's excited to play guard again.
yeah.
But it's not available as a standalone item yet, which, is truth. And, there has been no opportunity to address some of the questions in the codex.
Huh.
So, there's a lot of controversy. The community, from what I see, very, 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 very badly wants to play with the new codex. And this is not just guard players. This is
Yeah.
non-guard players. But there's also some reasons why we might not be able to use it. So I'm going to just let the judges handle it, and I'm going to do my job and manage like the admin stuff and let the judges do their thing. So yeah.
If
What do
there's
you
if there's
yeah.
anything that the Warhammer community hates more, it's controversy kicker. So yeah, thanks for getting that. I have so there's an interesting one that I heard today, and I don't know if
Hmm?
it's 100% true,
Shoot.
but apparently some of the rules are going away for certain things. Like apparently Inquisitors are not going to be available after January. Or
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I thought that was
I like
hilarious.
I love 40K, and I'm really I mean, literally this is my full-time job.
Yeah.
Well, not just 40K, tabletop wargaming as a whole, but I am not as dialed
Oh,
into
nor am
the
I. But
specific rules.
like someone
But
said that, I
like
was like, oh, okay. Well, who plays like Inquisitors anyway? So it's
yeah, but like I kind of like having options. Like I was really happy when GW released the rules for the Imperial breachers that were in the kill team box, like the guys with the riot shields and the shotguns, the Navy breachers or
uh-huh,
whatever.
uh-huh.
You can play with them 40K. They're not really good, but I like at least the
They
opportunity to
look
play
great.
with my toys, all my toys. So if I had an Inquisitor that I was really in love with and I wanted to run, like I'd like to be able to run him still. But
So tune
did
in
you ever run
Saturday.
assassins? Did you ever
Uh,
run one of the little Pokemon assassins at one point?
no, because I was a Chaos player and they didn't have them.
You corn loyals. All right, fine, fine. Dickie, do you want to take us into the FLGN? I mean, you kind of already hinted
I
at
don't
what's
know.
going on Grim, but do you have anything
Oh,
else you want
okay,
to share about
yeah.
the FLGN?
So Grim last week they had another Valisode, blah blah blah. They were
Yeah, blah, blah,
actually
blah.
the week before they were doing a lot of fantasy stuff. So don't worry, guys. This week they were completely making fun of Val about fantasy. So we're back on track. So don't worry about that. We're doing the show right now. Hey, what's going on? Tomorrow, I gotta be honest. There's not a ton of events. I know the Adam was getting ready for checking the events for the Thursday show. There's just not a lot going on
Yeah, yeah.
in the dog days of December. So they're gonna do their best to find some events and some lists for you guys to see. Other than that, Monday, I believe we're gonna try. I hope I'm not saying this out of turn. We're gonna try to do a live stream of Darktide with, I believe, Seth, Danny, and John and myself, maybe? Question
Yes,
mark.
yes,
So, yeah,
yes.
it should
Do
be
it.
it should be hilarious.
I think that, I mean, this should not be like an occasional thing. That should be the new like Tuesday show or something.
The
Just
Tuesday, God, please,
the Tuesday live
not another
stream of
show. I cannot
Dark
do
Tide.
another show. My wife's gonna kill me. Uh, all right. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on, man.
Well, okay, so we have this amazing opportunity to have you,
Oh, jeez.
Tech Priest Dickie, currently known as, I guess Corn
World Leader Dickie.
Damien.
Yep.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, World Leader Dickie
Yep.
on there. And man, you've been one of the gears, one of
Mm.
the, integral members of us to make this whole network happen, right?
Yep.
And I don't think a lot of people know you. And I thought, hey, let's get to know a Tech Priest / World Leader.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing about me hiding behind this little puppet.
Yeah,
That
right? Like, you can't show your face. Little do people know that you are actually a very famous celebrity
oh,
that can't
geez,
show his face
not really.
without us having to sign a very expensive contract. So, yeah.
I am not Henry Cavill. Believe me, I'm not Henry
Yeah,
Cavill.
right, or maybe you are.
Or maybe
Maybe
I
you are.
am. Or
Yeah,
maybe I
but
am.
first of all, we have to go with the required question. First, what is your favorite cereal? We have to
Oh,
get this out of the way before we get to the really important crunchy stuff
the crunchy cereal.
of this
I have a
conversation.
story about cereal, and I don't know if I ever told you.
Oh, geez. You have a story about cereal you haven't told me? Who are
Specific, yeah.
you?
What's going on? So when I was in high school and university, we had a trade program between my university and Ohio State, and we traded for a couple months. And I was billeting with a family, and I always wanted to eat Cookie Crisp.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
Always.
that.
Always. I thought it was going to be the most amazing thing I've ever eaten in my life. And I got to be honest, Kicker, it wasn't that good.
It's really not that good
No.
to be as a grown up. Like, we are grown
Yeah.
men now. Like, we have experienced some of the wonderful things in the world, and
Yeah.
sadly, Cookie Crisp is not one of
No.
them.
No. And you know what? It's those goddamn commercials because it was that dog howling
Yeah,
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just I thought there was just going to be a bowl of cookies and I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to be
yeah,
amazing." It was not a bowl of cookies. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's my I
So,
did my worst. What's my favorite?
yeah,
I'm a Captain Crunch kind of guy.
okay, but like
Uh,
traditional, old school,
I'm a
generic.
traditional Captain
Ugh,
Crunch. I
it's
like
kind of
the
boring,
texture
man.
gets me. I love it. I
Yeah.
love that texture.
No, no, no. Texture is a very
Yeah,
important
yeah,
element, but
yeah.
Captain Crunch, like, there's just peanut butter crunch is just so much better. It's hard to go with original Captain Crunch. Did you know they had a cotton candy crunch for a
No,
limited time?
no, I
Yeah,
didn't move.
yeah.
I don't move past the original, and I don't ever get. Uh,
All right. Speaking of getting bamboozled by really good marketing,
yeah.
I got to tell you, man, I keep on buying honeycomb because as a kid, it was the "Me Want Honeycomb" commercials
Oh,
that really
okay.
got me. Yeah, "Me Want Honeycomb," and like I still to this day, I mean, I will go to the grocery store and I sometimes just buy honeycomb because I have these commercials that make me think it's really good. But every time I buy it, I'm just like, no,
So that's
absolutely terrible.
it's funny because marketing is a big deal
Yeah,
right now. But here's another. My kid doesn't watch actual TV.
oh,
My kid only
yeah,
watches like kids
you too.
YouTube and stuff
Yeah,
like that, and there's no proper ads.
yeah.
And then my next follow-up question, I'm gonna totally wamboozle this, by the
Do it,
way, so you don't
do it.
actually ask me any questions.
Okay,
So
fine, go
have
for
you
it.
had Timbits cereal?
No, but I've heard of this legendary thing.
Ah,
Unfortunately, I hope that you wouldn't
I guess
consider
I'm gonna
bringing a
bring some
box
to you
down.
at
Yeah.
LVO, eh?
Yes, please, please,
There's
please
there's
do.
two
I will.
types. There's two types. There's birthday cake and there's
Okay.
chocolate.
Ooh, so chocolate is kind of like a common flavoring,
Oh,
but
for you,
birthday cake, that's
birthday
like
cake's new.
novel and exciting.
All right,
Yeah, let's
I'm
try
gonna
that.
do a box of birthday cake Timbit cereal.
That sounds extremely good. I'm
Yeah,
very, very
it's gonna
excited.
be awesome.
Now, if they had a coffee flavored one, I'd be sold. There was a coffee flavored. We're getting really into the weeds now. We got
This
to
is
focus
good.
on the.
This is why we're not gonna ask me any. I'm gonna save my interview for Steve Joel and no,
No, no, no,
not,
no. We're saving your interview, the real interview, for Steve Joel. But I
yeah,
want people to know, like, seriously, that Frontline Gaming is of the community, for the community,
yeah,
and like a lot of stuff, including the show you're listening to right now, is because of guys like Dickie who put in
yeah,
ridiculous hours to make this happen every single week. And then when you go to when you're either at an event or watching an event be streamed, like, while yes, myself, I'm a full time employee of Frontline Gaming, and this is what I do, and this is like how I feed my family. It's my paycheck. But
yeah,
there's guys like Dickie and countless others that
yeah.
put in so many hours and don't really, like, there's no, like, we do this because we love it.
We
Like, you
love it.
guys
Yeah,
do this, you absolutely love this.
yeah.
But I gotta ask Dickie, like, you are one of the hardest working guys I know in 40K, like, legitimately.
Oh,
How
thanks.
many hours a week are you, putting in to volunteer time? I mean, I know you got a wife and a kid, and you're like
Yeah.
staying up late, like almost every night a week to work on this stuff. I mean, can you give me a
Yeah.
rough idea?
So the editing, honestly, we've gotten really good. And I'm saying Val and myself have gotten really good at being able to like edit the videos. So what happens? So I'm gonna let everyone in on the big secret of how a show comes out. So
Okay, do it.
we do the live stream.
Yeah.
It saves. We go back in and we basically snip the top of it or the front of it so you don't hear all the wait screen because no one wants to hear
Mm,
that. And
no one
then
wants to hear that.
we snip the end and then we try to do any mid edits. So if there's long pauses or anything like that, no one really wants to hear that. So we try to edit that out as well. So it can take a couple hours to do
Yeah.
that. So we have to do that on the podcast aggregator that sends it to everyone's podcast feed, and then we have to do it on YouTube as well. And then we have to make a thumbnail, so we have to try to get creative. And I've been by the way, sorry guys, I've been totally dropping the ball on on thumbnails. Actually, Val messaged me today saying, "Hey man, like let's bring up the thumbnail game," and I was like, "I know, I'm sorry, jeez, oh man." So,
Well, hey guys, if you are a talented thumbnail
yeah,
artist and want
please,
to get in good with the FLG and the FLGN, like maybe reach out to one of us because I know that we could definitely use some help. We are, it's a small group of us.
yeah,
A lot of people volunteering. Like if you go to an event, like seriously, you'll see like maybe myself and one or two other guys like that are actual employees, but then the guy probably judging you
mm,
or helping to unload the truck
yeah,
or helping to like just get mats rolled up. Those are all really just amazing human beings. We got entire teams like the Hobby Goblins out of Florida that they just help make things happen. The whole reason we're doing the Rocky Mountain Open is because of the energized local community having amazing volunteers
yeah,
and like literally scouting out locations for us and helping
yeah,
us pull this off. So then you, man, you're spending all of these nights. I mean, because you
yeah,
don't, Dickie, you don't just do, which I am so honored to have you as the production team, for Signals,
yeah,
but you don't just do Signals, you do the Thursday show as
yeah,
well
yeah.
and help out with Grim.
Yeah, so generally it's between Val and myself who's gonna produce the show. So Val for the most part will do Grim After Dark, and I'll do Signals and Thursday show, or sometimes Val will do one of them. So we kind of interchange between them. Before I forget, so Tim gave us a $5 super chat. Hey
Oh,
Tim, thanks
thanks,
so
Tim.
much, man. He's basically saying engagement, great work, Salty John and the team. Yeah, you're totally
Oh,
right. The judge team is trying to get uh, more involved, and it's great to
yeah.
see. I totally
Yeah.
agree. Thanks.
No, thank
Yep.
you so much, Tim, for the super chat. And yeah, no, I mean, the judge, I mean, like these guys really, Frontline Gaming, like I'm so grateful to have joined this company because it's just made up of such wonderful people that are really committed to making this whole thing awesome. The
Mm-hmm.
judges, like the Frontline Gaming judge team, like those guys, like
They
they
work. They
don't
work hard,
stop.
man. Yeah.
They don't stop and they're juggling so many variables that most people have no idea are on their plate because of we have to keep things close to the chest a lot of times. Like
Yeah.
those guys just go constantly above and beyond, but we're not bragging about the judges right now. I want to focus on Dickie because he's here, he's in my sights. And I gotta ask, man, because you're not just doing the shows,
Yeah. We
you're one of those
we
guys
stream.
literally behind the curtain at
Yeah.
LVO
Literally. Yeah.
and as well as other events handling the stream team.
Yeah. Those are a ton of work. So for instance, LVO will get there Wednesday
Hmm.
usually and set up. So it'll take 6 hours or so to set up, so quite a while.
Yeah.
And then we're like on Thursday we kind of do all our tests and basically the show gets going.
Yeah.
This year's such a huge undertaking too.
Can we
I
can we
don't.
get a teaser? Can like plug a little bit?
Oh
Like,
man,
go
holy moly.
because
Yeah,
I've seen some of the notes that have been passed along to me because like I'm the guy that has to go reserve. We're doing the giant screen for you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
again. And if you weren't at LVO, you're last this past time, we're gonna have a giant screen there so everyone in the 40K Champs Hall can see what's happening on air at the same time. You're gonna have all the lights and speaker system. But can you, Dickie, maybe give some people an insight like who's on this team for LVO?
Yeah, so we want to do it a bit different than last year, and I think we're doing it smarter. First of all,
All right,
let's just say that we're doing it smarter this time. And what that means is we're doing different teams for different things. So there's a production team, there's a sideline reporting team, there's a commentary team. And what their jobs are is basically to stay within their wheelhouse. So commentary
cool,
team comments on the games. Sideline guys will be able to go to different games on chat. So if you shoot us $2 on super chat or just ask a question and the guys can see it, then we can send a reporter, probably Seth or Dustin Henshaw, as you know him from Thursday show. You can send them and they'll have a camera rig with them to be able to show you the table. That's
cool.
what we're
Oh, I
hoping
love
for
that.
anyway.
I
So
love
yeah,
that.
I have big thoughts and dreams, and I know Val has big thoughts and dreams, and we really want to do it right this year. And I
Yeah.
think we are. I think we're gonna have a kick-ass show. So yeah.
Cool. I've heard that there's a few other, can we just get international people that are coming in to be part of the team?
Yes. Yeah, we have someone coming from Australia, of course, Adam
Yeah, of
Camilleri.
course. Of course, Adam.
But we have all sorts of guests that are going to be on the show and coming in and out. And I think the biggest thing for me is I just want it to be fun. Like I want it
Yeah.
to be a fun stream. It's a long stream. Uh, I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's
no one's gonna
three
sit
full
there for
days.
that many
Yeah.
hours, but please do. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna try to put as much fun things in. I want to do something with all the hosts of all the
Yeah.
shows, and
Sweet.
whether it's trivia or a game of 40k or
Yeah.
something.
We
It'd
have
be so much fun.
Tanya coming in too, right? I'm just looking at the message I got. Tanya's coming in as well?
Yeah, she's from Canada, so yeah, she's gonna come down, and she's gonna do a lot of stuff with regards to the social media and moderation of chat,
Cool.
because you guys are jerks
Yeah.
sometimes. So we
You
have to
gotta
hold you,
moderate this.
we have to moderate you. So
And
yeah,
and Dickie, you'd mentioned all the Frontline Gaming, network crew from all around, from all the
yeah,
different shows. I believe John and Danny from Grim After Dark are playing. I'm pretty sure I've seen their, them in our roster. So
they're
they'll be
coming.
playing, but I'm sure they'll have to hop on air at one
They're
point.
coming, and they're even writing segments
Oh,
for some awesome content as
perfect.
well. So yeah, we got, like, I think everyone is
Ca-
gonna be there.
Can I share something as well that I
Yes.
think I kind of had briefly mentioned to you literally 45 minutes ago, right before we went live?
Yes.
But Duncan Rhodes is going to be hanging out with you guys as well.
Yeah.
He'll be periodic. Duncan Rhodes is not. He's playing a tournament as well as teaching classes and judging several different painting competitions. So he's going to be a very busy man. But he
Awesome.
promised that he will do a few. He's promised me that he's going to hop onto a few segments of the
Yeah,
FLGN
man.
to probably give his thoughts on the painting at the time. But you can literally ask him anything. The guy he's one of the
Yeah,
coolest guys
and
in the
we've had
community.
the opportunity to chat with him a few times, and he's so
We
like
have.
chill, down to earth,
Yeah.
like just a nice guy. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be really cool.
This is his first time coming to the US to teach any classes, but he is like I said, he's not just teaching. He's one of those guys that like totally loves the community and loves the hobby. And he's playing. I can't say the game system he's playing, but he's coming in to play. And he's so excited, like because he thought that he might not be able to play. He has to like teach. I'm like, no, dude, you're coming to the largest competitive tournament in the world.
Yeah,
With like multiple largest competitive tournaments in the world. Come and like roll some dice too. So he'll be there. And of course, none other than Val Heffelfinger will be at
oh
the
yeah,
wheel.
he's gonna be a stress bag from the moment we get off the plane. From the moment we got set up. I made a joke the other day that I'm like, man, everything's going so well. You may actually enjoy yourself this time. And oh, I got so many
Well,
laughs. Yeah,
the goal is for I guess the director. At the end of the day, the goal for the director at the live stream, is to ideally have everything already been done, and he's
yeah,
just sitting there to make last minute on the call decisions. But
yeah.
hopefully, everything's pretty smooth sailing. So let's just roll with that,
Well, you know
right?
what? It's actually going to be less stress for the commentary team as well, because this year we added player mics, right?
Yeah.
The thing that everyone wanted, we added, because quite honestly, it's the best thing to watch 40k. You need to hear what the guys are saying, or girls are
And
saying at
Dickie,
this
I
game.
think you need to focus on that point. That just kind of explains how much Frontline Gaming really does try to listen to the community whenever we can.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons. That was not something that was necessarily pushed by Frontline Gaming,
No.
but the community kept on saying, we want mics," and we said, "Okay, hey, that's what the community wants. Let's
Yep.
do it."
Yep.
And it's definitely way more entertaining having the mics.
Yeah. I definitely saw
And
the budget for mics, so
yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
got mics.
We got mics. Yes, yes. So you Dickie, before we wrap up this little conversation
Mm,
here, I do want to ask you, man, because you're like me. You're really involved in this way more than most sane people in this community,
mm.
dude. When 40k is, let's not call it bad, but it's the game you and I were just talking. You and I both play 40k. Like that's our favorite tabletop war game.
Yep.
But when 40k is maybe less than competitive, or maybe not as, I don't really like to use the word balance because that's used way too often. But when it's just not, when the competitive scene is not as exciting for whatever reason, how do you stay so damn perky? Like how do you stay involved? How do you go and still spend so many hours, helping live streams like this, or going to travel, across the country to go set up a rig and sit at a desk for a week. Like, how do you stay involved even when it's not the best of times?
Jeez, I don't know.
Mm. It's a tough
That's a
one.
tough question. I think for me, it's spending time with my friends
Yeah.
and the community, and putting content out that people download every week,
Yeah.
and giving us super chats and stuff like that. That makes the job so much easier. It makes the
Cool.
hours so much easier. For me, the game, I try to have a group of people around me that enjoy the game for the game,
Yeah.
and that tends to make 40k fun for me. Whether
Yeah.
I'm in a competitive area or a competitive game, say with I'm going out for Team Canada this year, so it is very,
Yeah.
very competitive. And just having fun, like thinking about World Eaters and knowing that I'm gonna buy them and play them regardless of the rules. I think
Yeah.
is an important thing to keep me sane in the hobby for sure.
Yeah, dude, I think you definitely touched on a few really, really important things. Having that group that, you play because you guys just generally enjoyed the game
Yep.
playing, having an army that you just absolutely love, like
Yeah.
I just got mine. I got
Yeah,
my
we
AdMech
were
and my
talking about
Aspen
that before
Autonomous.
the show. Like you
Yeah,
get this passion for the game
yeah,
just because of the models or the lore
yeah.
or something, right? So yeah, no,
Cool,
it's
dude.
super cool.
Cool. Well, I guess Dickie, do you want to run into the competitive track? Do we want to
Yeah.
try and cover some of that, or should we wait for next week with Seth? What do you feel?
With regards to the ITC
Competitive,
stuff,
competitive. Yeah. Do you feel
yeah, I
comfortable
got it. I got
spirited?
it.
All
Like
right,
I
let's
think,
do it.
yeah. And I also wanted to call out. Oh, wait. Can I do? No, I can't bring it down. Best Coast Pairing just released a new website. I don't know if
Oh,
anyone's looked, but
fancy.
they got a brand new look. It's running really well. So please check Best Coast Pairings out there. They're doing a great job. So and give them support. I know I give them support every year. Not because I forget to turn it off, but also because I really do want to see the lists and whatnot going through the system.
Yeah,
So
it definitely helps to see the list. You're right.
so number one, Vic Vijay, he took out an event in England and got to his top spot. So congratulations, Vic. Jack Harpster is number two. John Lennon snuck into number three.
Oh, well done, John.
David Gaylard is number four, and Thomas Ogden. So there's a battle between the U.S. and Europe right now
Yeah,
in the ITC. It's a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be at LVO because the LVO will all those guys on the top five are going to be at LVO, so
yeah.
it's definitely going to be a fun run at the end of the season. Ugh.
Where are we at with the hobby track? Do we have any movement there?
I can't remember who we did last week, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say them. Matt Aaron is number one. Andrew Gagno, number two. Jacob Thayer, Lou Rollins. Congratulations, Lou, if you're on the chat. And Aaron Kellman is number five.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
AOS is number one, Gavin Greigar. Number two, Anthony Trentinelli. Number three, Jeremy Vassier. Number four, Thomas Guan. Number five, Ridge Hanna.
Cool, cool, cool.
And Age of Sigmar Hobby Track. Number one, Robert Snyder. Number two, Jeremy Williams. Number three, Nick Garcia. Number four, Ricky Fisher. Number five, Martin Orlando.
All
What
right.
a great last name.
Yeah, yeah.
Orlando.
Orlando Martin is our Age of Sigmar TO for Atlantic City Open. Awesome guy. Awesome
That's
guy.
awesome.
And like legit painting chops. He sends me some photos of his stuff every now and then. I'm like,
They
yeah,
make
you
you
just
feel bad, right? Like
yeah. I
they're
was like,
so good.
you're just ruining my day. Like I know it's a cool photo, but you just made me feel like shit
Yeah,
about my own paint
please
job. So
stop sending me your painted models. They're making me feel worse. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the Frontline Gaming, the Frontline Gaming graphics artist, he works really, really closely with me. Jake, he just casually sent me a few photos of his army, and I was just like, "Screw you, man! Like seriously, I hate this. Like this is like." He's like, "Yeah, I just painted these like easy," and I'm like,
I have a
"So
I have a
cool."
couple of friends in my local area, and everything they paint comes out like Golden Demon standard, in my opinion. And it's just like,
Yeah,
come on, man! Like, give us a chance, would you? Like,
yeah.
God.
Well, like Dickie, I have won multiple painting awards. Like
Oh,
I'm pretty decent. Like
all
in my
right.
local scene, like I've got some skills, or at least decent skills, and I know how to make stuff generally look good. But then you see a guy that like is actually really good at painting and has like perfect edge highlighting and also
Yeah.
understands color principles or
Like,
color
damn.
style, I guess, because really a lot of it's just like style. Like it's just
Yeah.
what looks badass, and yeah, it just makes me look like just makes me really embarrassed of what I have now. I'm like, I gotta really step my game. The problem is when you get a new army, you just want to get it on the table really fast. At least with me, I want to get it on the table really fast. So my best painted stuff tends to be the stuff I'm not really that eager to get on the table,
Yeah.
or it's like just a random like squig hog boys that I kind of just got off on the side and
Yeah.
slowly got them to the table. But Dickie, thank you so much for helping me this weekend or
Yeah,
this
man.
week. I really really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, no problem. I
Um,
should have read the notes knowing that I was gonna have to answer questions personally
just
about
a few
myself.
questions. Just a few questions. No, no, no. It's really good. I think it's important that people know like how much you as well as the other guys like put
Oh
into
yeah.
this. You know,
Yeah,
it's
like
important.
there's so many people. Like honestly, there's so many people. Hopefully everyone can meet everyone at LVO and
Oh yeah.
give them a round of applause because it's been a long time. I was thinking about it. It's almost been 2 years, maybe a little longer, a little less, for us to do the show. And wow,
The whole group, yeah.
hoo-wee.
Well, guys, before I let Tech Priest Sticky take us out, I
Yep.
want you to know if you see this gentleman at any one of our events,
If you
buy him a
see
beer.
this world eater puppet
If you
somewhere,
see this world eater puppet, buy him a beer, buy him some food, give him a back rub. I don't know, just shake the guy's hand.
hey
He is a
Tanya, she's
saint
in
in our
chat.
community.
Hello.
He's a saint within our community. Tech Priest Dicky slash World Eater Dicky, please take us out.
Well, thank you everyone for watching Signals from the Frontline. You have a great week, and be sure to stop in on the Thursday show. I'm sure they're doing something fun. See you later.
Good night, guys.